Hey everybody, and welcome back to Slovak Village, Farm Sim 19. Got a little late start today. We are back at it for sure. Hey Darren, Adam, David, Kiwi, Will, everybody else that was in chat earlier. Going the right way. There, we had a little late start today. But we do have some interesting news to share with everybody. I'll share that with you guys here in a little bit. Hey Chad, hey Rob. I think this is the right road. Yeah, this is the right road back to the farm. We've talked about this. It's vehicle inspect. Or modhoster.com. It's been out for, I don't know, what month is it? October. It's been out for probably about 10 months now. 11 months now. Go. I'm going to use this stacker today. It's narrowly glance. It's different. It's highly configurable. I don't know if I would compare it to glance, but it's glance-like. Let's take this to a sell point. Oats. Oats. We've already gone there. Let's go to the bakery. Where's the bakery at? The bakery's behind us. Hey, Nighthawk. Blue jeans. And you can definitely configure it all kinds of ways. Oh, just didn't get hit. I didn't even realize I didn't put it in until the stream last week. I kept checking up there to see where the harvester's fill levels were at, and I wasn't seeing them. Kind of annoying. Now we are all good. How many hours? Let's see here. How many live streams have we done? So probably maybe an hour more than however long the live streams have been. I just don't have a lot of time to put into gameplay at the moment. I mean, the map premiere yesterday, the Hazard County map premiere, that probably took. Well, I started working on that around 8 in the morning on Saturday, and I didn't finish editing the video until close to noon. Then I started uploading it after I got back from the grocery store, so that was around 2:30. And it wasn't done uploading until around 6. And then I had scheduled the premiere for 7. So that was a 14 gig upload, that video, forever. So let's see, where are we at? Better go empty this. We're up here. Stepquin, you have to wait until it's released from Giants to get the map. It's still pending testing. So pretty much all day Friday was, or all evening Friday was the weekend roundup production. Putting that together. And then Thursday we did the ATS thing. Yeah, spent about 3 hours on the multiplayer map. Getting that caught up. I really wanted to put a couple extra hours into this before the stream started, but that didn't work out. And I guess while we're talking about the map and testing and everything, might as well let you guys know that I am actually working on an updated copy of the map right now. So this is a newer version than what we were streaming on Wednesday. Looks like I'm dropping some frames. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. I don't know if it's working out for you guys or not. Well, Adam, that's fine, but like I said, this map is not released yet, so multiplayer on this particular map is not going to be possible. So I thought I'd come over here and show you guys this particular sell point here. It's highly detailed. It's got lots going on with it. So some things have changed since Wednesday. Most are cosmetic. A few things were found to be not quite the way they should have been, so they've been fixed. I wouldn't say anything game-breaking as far as possibly Giants failing the map. But there is one thing that Giants came back to the map author on with a kind of a cautionary tale, I guess. That was they weren't sure about the Seedmaster and the pig food and a few other things that were in the map. Basically, they were concerned about the models and making sure appropriate permissions were obtained. to use them in a map that was being released. Map author reached out to the modder that did those models and has obtained that permission, so that is all good to go. But also in the meantime, he's gone and made his own models for those items, and the version that we're working on tonight has those new models. I'll go show you guys those here in a moment. Hey, country boy. So here at the main farm, we have a new seed maker, not seed master. We have a new seed maker. This was a model that the mod author made up earlier this week, or last week, late last week. Then he also replaced and rebuilt this, the fertilizer maker and the manure maker. Those are different models than we had last stream. Then down here at the pig enclosure, we have different models for the grain mills and a different model for the pig food maker. So the version that is still pending testing, Kiwi is not even 10 tested yet. This was like a pre-test thing. So the version that is pending testing is still pending testing. Okay. But these changes have already been made, and if it doesn't pass testing, then there's a second version of the map all ready to go up. Something else that's been fixed is before we didn't have animation on the gold dropping into the bucket. We now have that animation. And we also have fixed the terrain in the bucket. Remember from the last stream, the gravel was coming up through the pail. That's been corrected also. So those are a few of the changes or enhancements that have been made. Map is still pending testing. This stack wagon. I'm not used to how this stack wagon looks because I usually don't use it. Not a big fan of this stack wagon myself. Several header. There is a plan, as I understand it, to have a console release eventually. The first iteration will not be for console because it's got all kinds of scripts and extra things. Mod author does have plans to have a console version eventually. We should hopefully see this map enter testing this week. Probably toward the end of the week. I don't know, unless I've had some issues with dropped frames here, unless something's going on with it, basically thinking the stream's timed out, restarting. So, looks like my drop frames have stopped counting up. So I think we are good to go. And of course, as soon as I say that, it just takes a dump. I don't know if my kids are doing something because school's out tomorrow or what. I put round bale ones down or square? Or unload it. Go look and see. Did I put round ones or square ones down? That's square, okay. uh, that's not how you want to unload. Under this shed now, is it? Yeah, we'll have to figure out another way to get that unloaded. Hey, Golden Eye, what's up? Hey, Farm Alls Forever. I'm going to try to get some hay made tonight. I have to babysit everything. That's not going to work out very good. It's been busy, Kiwi. It's going to get busier yet this week. I'm going to be out of town all of next week. Means week after I get back is going to be busy too. It's to be a very busy October. Oh, sorry to hear you're under the weather. Let's do this. That should take care of the ad problem. Oh my, Will, if you're way back, you won't be hearing this until you get caught up. You're way back at the gold nuggets. It's like 5 minutes ago. Oh wait. Chat? I gotta scroll chat. That's me. There we go. Chat got messed up when I changed the monetization. Yeah, Martin, this is seasons ready for sure. In fact, there are several texture changes that change in winter, well and above normal foliage changes. So we're not using seasons because there's just no way I would be able to get through seasons and through all the seasons to show you guys stuff. Really, it's hard to test a map with seasons activated because it takes so long to get through the entire year. We know next time not to unload that way. I think there's going to be some changes that I don't think have been seen before in other maps. Just have to wait and discover it yourself, Kiwi. Hey, Johnny, what's up? I've not even seen the textures myself. I've just looked in the XML file to see what changes. Alright, let's see if we can't find a better way to unload these bales. And not cause all kinds of holy havoc. This is one reason why I really don't like these vertical stackers. It takes so much room. Whereas with the horizontal stackers, just come in here and just unload. Up, up, up. Look what's happening again. Saw some cotton bales here too. And we'll empty the harvesters and then we will get to making some grass. Yeah, I picked this one just because we haven't used it before. Ever since the Anderson DLC stream, I haven't used this one at all. Let's see, the manure takes straw. A little curious if it takes bales. Guess we'll find out here in a minute. I mean, if I had the stacks up in the open air, I would use it. Let's take straw. Let's take straw. So we're gonna see if this takes bales too. Oh. There's the harvester. There we get a good view across the map to the map border beyond. Now we have the other view to the map border and beyond. What's Johnny V been up to? Well, not everything. See, this one's not square. That one's not square. There's some non-squares. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I see at least 11 fields that aren't square. But I get you. I understand it. I'll tell you, I want to get some more time to do Anno 1800. Well, that too. Full. So we should go sell this again. I wanted to go check this area out down here. It's called Animal Food Trader. I'm curious what this does. Guessing we'll be able to buy food, animal food here. So bring the trailer over here and see. Let's see what this guy. Oh, I have no idea what you're going to get for it, but it's close. We'll just go ahead and sell it. That field's definitely got. Map's definitely got fields that aren't square. Right? So, wheat, oat, total mixed rations, pig food. Okay. Someone doesn't do anything. Wheat, oat, total mixed rations, and pig food. That'll be useful to know later on. Tell me this whole field and you only got 2 bales off of it. Guess that's what we get when we have such low yield. Low yield and weeded. Thanks for the sub, George. Yeah, you never know if this is going to pass testing or not. You know, for example, the mod author told me about Global Company, which he was waiting on an update from Global Company before this could be submitted. And the update to Global Company got rejected the first time it was submitted. Apparently because there were tabs in the text file, in one of the text files included with the mod. How do I unload, finished, unfinished? Let's do that. So I don't know if tabs in the text file basically was not allowed. If it's a documented not allowed, that's why apparently the Global Company update got rejected. It's the last time it was submitted, 1790 1055. I know the mod author is a little concerned about the German translation, given the fact that he is not German. That'd probably be a pretty good concern to have. So it could get kicked back because they decide that they don't like the German translation. All mods need to have, I guess, German and English. I don't know if there's any other languages that they have to have by default. Given the fact that Giants is basically a German company, I would think that, yeah, having the mod conform to the home language would be a requirement. I think they're technically headquartered in Sweden, maybe? course, we are full. Just when I think I'm getting caught up. Thanks for the sub, Lone Star Gaming. Guess this is the back way into the bakery. Oh no. What the heck? Something else I didn't have active the other streams is I didn't have course play going. I tell you, I find myself not using course play at all in 19 anymore. I don't know if it's just because I find it less useful than it used to be. I don't know if they've lost a bunch of developers or if they're just having a hard time coming to grips with 19, but it seems like lots of functions and features aren't there. Like the inability to does it still not work with like auger wagons? Last time I actually tried to do a harvest unload thing, use auger wagons, it just blew the game up. Maybe we are now caught up enough to get over here. Make a little hay. Man, this is dusty grass. Oh. Then they went and totally changed the interface. Not totally changed it, but they moved the whole course generation stuff they've changed. Then we had, let's talk about Giants testing a bit more. We had, then we have quality mods like the man truck get released and then get pulled within an hour or two of being released. I saw it got released. I downloaded it, stuck it in my cloud drive while I was at work. Later that day, I checked the mod hub just to see if they're done releasing mods, and the truck was missing. Like, things are not in the same order they were in when I was here last time. Then I went looking to figure out what was missing based on what I had downloaded, and it was that man truck. Basically, it heard that the truck, well, you couldn't go faster than like 16 miles per hour or something. You'd think in testing you'd find out that you couldn't drive faster than 16 miles an hour in the truck, right? Well, I don't think we'll know why it got pulled. I don't think we'll ever know that, but I did see CLEP do a mod video on it. So it was out long enough for him to grab it and do a video on it before he realized that it was pulled. And he wasn't able to go faster than 16 miles an hour on the road, even though the top speed was listed as 50 something, I think. Hey, Road Train, what's up? I guess I could technically hire... You can hire mowers now, right? You can technically hire a helper. Yeah, I've said for a while that the only thing consistent about their testing is their inconsistency. I mean, some days it's glaringly clear that they don't bring things in game. Because if they did bring them in game, it would be pretty dang quick. Hey, Anderson Freight. Thanks for the super chat. What's your issues? Games with Hoots. What's up? Alright, we gotta go empty a harvester. This one while we're at it. Then we can go back to making our hay. I know this truck here, he doesn't want to drive very good when it's loaded down full. No. I don't think he's an employee. I know he's working. He's, well, I guess technically you would say he's an employee. If you factor in the, if you figure he's getting paid for the, Farm Sim League broadcasting stuff. That would technically, I guess, make him an employee. I think the capacity is a bit high for that truck. What got me into making videos? Actually, I'll tell you an interesting little tale. Tale of a fateful trip. So back in the late 2018, I used to watch one particular guy on YouTube quite a bit. And he had an interesting style. Didn't really agree with his style half the time, but you know what? I found the content that he put out to be, you know, fairly honest, fairly straightforward most of the time. Well, one day he just stopped putting out content. 1869. So I decided, you know what? 213. So one day I decided that you know, when I download a map, this is back in 2018. No, it wasn't you. When I download a map, back then, I would typically, you know, go around and explore and kind of do what I do in the videos, but you know, obviously not record it. And then one day I decided that if this other guy wasn't going to do any map videos anymore, then I'd just try my hand at it. So that's what started it all. That's kind of the tale of how things started. What on earth is the shop? Ah! Bill's Bub, it's called not taking the entire stream to drive point A to point B so we get other things done. Easy developer controls. It's over on the mod hub. stream isn't about realistic gameplay. This stream is about playing the map, testing it out. Trying to get some hay made so we can feed the sheep, feed the cows. Oh, shoot. It's tab, not Q. Alright, looks like our stream has settled down quite a bit. Good. The passenger mod is pretty cool. Got that activated. We'll have time to try it. Pedestrians walking in the middle of the roads. Of all my seasons play, this just seems wrong. That's funny. Yeah, just hire a helper and then go off and hop in the passenger seat. I was going to say, did I just find a tree without a collision on it? You know, with seasons, you don't ted grass into hay. You just cut it and let it dry. The idea of just making instant hay just is wrong. Johnny, not everywhere Teds. We very rarely would Ted in real life. When I grew up, we'd mow it, let it sit, rake it, let it sit, then we'd bale it. Anytime we'd use anything that looked like a tedder was if it got rained on. That was mostly to fluff it up and get it up off the ground. Depends what you define a good amount of hay. Most of the hay we did was alfalfa or timothy. A few other grass types. Most of it was alfalfa and timothy. About 50 bales. I don't really know. I don't pay attention really. Depends if you've got them fertilized or not. If it's map grass or if it's grass you can fertilize. Yeah. For us, lucerne is alfalfa for us. That's the name we know it as. That 950 big square bales or little square bales? We only ever did little square bales. On a good day, we would put a couple thousand bales up in the barn. Red Train, if you're asking me about canola, I never saw a canola plant until I started playing Farm Sim. Yeah, I'll be glad when that giant oat field is done. See, it's still over there. Yeah, I was surprised. I actually saw my first field of sunflowers last week. Driving to work, and I looked over and I saw this field of sunflowers. I was like, what? Never seen a field of sunflowers. Typically, the crops we see around here are Or wheat, barley, corn, soybeans. Those are the typical fare. Then there's something that looks like corn, but it has a weird head on top of it. Seen some dairy farmers grow that and chop it. So sorghum, we've seen that. Only ever seen that in one spot. Farmers have been out doing corn harvest around here. And it looks like they're either mowing the corn stalks. They're doing something with the corn stalks because one day you'll see a field of corn. The next day the field of corn's gone. And like the day after that, stalks and everything, the field's just smooth. The stalks have all been knocked down and cleaned up. Make sorghum hay. Wow. I saw I was watching a YouTube video of a farmer making so I think they mowed some unhealthy soybeans. They were baling that. Guess they figured they'd get more yield out of the soybean bales than actually having it go to full term and bean out. If that's even a thing. See, I didn't know sugar beets were even existed. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't know sugar beets even existed until I started playing the game. $12.25, $8.32. See, look how much time that saves. First thing is trying to remember all these numbers. 45, 1797. Oops. I got a B in what I want to teleport. Yeah, I was excited to see this get released last week. Just drive up there. Hey, Fabio, what's up? Almost done this field. I don't know. Did you get the Anderson DLC? Oh, how you like it? Yeah, I know this was in 15, then 17, and now she's made her way into 19. Hey, Cole, what's up? Didn't know the Anderson DLC was out. This is indeed GTX. Hit the mod hub on Friday, I think. I don't think it was Thursday. I think it was Friday. All right, later, GoldenEye. This thing's got a massive wingspan. Yeah, you know, you look at these textures, you have no idea that it goes all the way back to 15 because it doesn't look like it. Everything is high quality, clear. So much of the stuff that has made its way from version to version to version to version just looks so bad. Yeah, Fabio, this map is fully seasons prepared with a seasons mask, changing textures. Makes massive windrows. Basically, windrows 2 big M passes into one. As long as you've got the horsepower to pull it. And the room, use it. Like that. I need to get... It will cut your raking time down significantly. We're just not using seasons because we'd never get out of spring. Really. Yeah, if y'all never saw this rake before, it's over at the Mod Hub. We're just playing the map. I don't really have plans to do a series on the map because I've got... Yeah. I don't know when I'd have time to do a series on this. Emerald Coast is going to take a hiatus for a little while. I was hoping to get on Emerald Coast today and do some work in order to get ready for another video, but that didn't work out. And supposed to have tomorrow off, but that didn't work out. I'll be going to the office for probably a good half day, if not longer. And I have a stinking suspicion tomorrow night will be something exciting. I won't have time tomorrow. Tuesday sounds like it's going to be occupied already. Wednesday we'll be back on this map. Friday we've got the weekend roundup to put together. I'm heading out of town next Monday, I think. You can find it over at Nexus Mods. Anderson Freight. Let's go to Nexus Mods, type in Emerald Coast up in the search. It should come up. Any news on new mods? No. Other than to check the daily testing thread. Now, it hasn't been updated since Wednesday. Kind of tight here. Now go to nexusmods.com and then in the top, the search bar, put in Emerald Coast. I mean, that might work on Google too. Yeah, you need to be a member over there. Oh, those darn harvesters. Yeah, these fields are a lot bigger than they look. Alien Jim, what is up? Trying to stay on a little bit longer this time, Alien Jim. Way you don't think people don't like you. Now let's see how much we got off that field of grass. It wasn't fertilized. I got a feeling we're going to get a ton of bales off of this, even though it wasn't fertilized. Let's reset our bale counter. Left control Y. Left alt Y. Here we go. See, another great thing with the development mod is you go here, you say empty, and the baler's emptied. No more of those leftover bales. You get done a straw field, eject the bales, and then you empty it. That way, when you come over here to the hay field, just get out hay bales. Look how fast those bales are spewing out. We might get your 50 bales there. Was asking about 50 bales. The 4, 5. Sixth of the month. Is that 2 showers a week? Y'all have a chance to check out the Hazard County map from yesterday's premiere, last night's premiere. We're up to 16 bales. Only went around this field once. Fireball, you've had a chance to play it for months. I couldn't leave you out. I had to save the best farm for last, right? 4 bales. I think we're going to come close to 50. We could definitely have had 50 if this had fertilizer on it. Oh yeah, the new animal screen. Yeah, I think it's a lot better organized. I think when Seasons does make its way to console folks will appreciate that a whole lot more than the previous iteration of the animal screen. We're at 35. We'd have definitely gotten 50 if this was fertilized. Oh, look, there went the hay. It's the lizard bale stacking mod. What are our numbers here? Oops. I'll write these in chat so I can remember them. I want to get this stuff down there quickly. Because I mowed this with the wide swath, not thinking. Okay, I got a quite nice break here. There we go. Nothing was there, huh? David, it's been updated in the development release. The beta build. It's not been updated in any sort of official release. Pretty much, yeah. Anyone can download the beta build. They have asked that, oh, dang on it, it's full. They have asked that basically it's one of those things where they'd rather I not tell folks where to get it from. But if you happen to figure out where to find it, let's say on their GitLab account, then it's open for anyone. Yeah, the beta build. Don't try to download it like you would download Courseplay. They do have beta builds over there. You just have to find it. I can't tell you where it is. I want to mow his grass while he's down here. Jacer's not here, so nobody wants to explode the propane tanks. He'd want me to put it on the train tracks. That'll teleport you. You don't need the teleport mod there. Just let the train hit you. Right? Oh, and of course this is full too. Brief. The other sell point's close. Oh, something else that was changed with this update is the lumber can now be sold at the furniture factory. Furniture fabrication. Oh, that's TMI there, David. TMI. We do have a horse riding area, but there aren't any. The horse area itself is not on the map. You'll have to put down your own horse pen. I think. This is just another training area. So Fabio, just note that is a beta build. Okay? It's not guaranteed to work. Could break things. It's kind of experimental. New features are added to the beta build. May not be fully vetted. So keep a backup of your save game. Keep a backup of the other version of Seasons. That way, if things go south, you're not completely stuck. hauled at least 4 loads of canola off this field, just this stream. Let's do some raking. I'm gonna wrap these as silage. Well, the New Holland, that's part of the base equipment. I just left it. You can see you can almost get 2 big impasses in one windrow. This is one massive rake. Make picking up the bales faster too, because you don't have to. You have less rows to pick up. So we've got the meat factory there on our right. To the left, we have the train station. It's a sell point and a spot to transfer things to the train. Got our shop. Hey Gary, what's up? Since we started late, we'll go a little bit longer. I don't get that. I don't get the joke, Rob. Must be missing something. The fields are definitely AI friendly with respect to the squareness for the most part, and the space around them. Ah, yes, there was. That's what you mean by a fan. I was thinking like a fan, like to blow air. That was Willow River. I think this field should definitely net us over 50 bales. Just thinking about that cotton harvester. Get him started on this other field. All right, later, farmers. Oh, thank goodness. Oat field that would never end. I'm wondering if we're going to lose cotton bales into the river. This out of the way. This Big M's going airborne. Oh, so with Hazard County being out, what other maps are people waiting on? Johnny V working on a map? Still hanging out? Oh, not yet, Kevin. Not quite yet. This one? Well, we'll have to see where it lands toward the end of the week, I guess. That would be about when Giants would be testing it based on their testing thread for days waiting to be testing and when it was uploaded and everything. Break these together. Gotta have contracts, right? Go. West Bridge. That was that the base map in 15? Or a DLC map in 15? That was the map that Midtown was based on, right? Let's left alt Y. Let's reset that. We'll be off by a couple on our Bale count. No, Gary, the map is pending testing. You gotta wait on Giants. That's if Giants releases it and doesn't send it back for some reason. There are definitely no assurances when it comes to Giants maps or mod submissions. What Will was referring to as Tuesday was hopes to have Nebraska lands ready to go out to testers on Tuesday. Or by Tuesday. Well, you'll have to get your General Lee fix over at Hazard County. There we go. We're up to 24 bales, 25 bales. Done 2, almost 3 passes. Got 4 passes to go, so we're definitely going to get more than 50 off of this field. And I don't know, I doubt this field was fertilized when we started cutting it. So what we're hearing is that it might be a game time decision tomorrow night as to if we're doing a stream on Nebraska lands or if we are going to do off-air Emerald Coast work. But it'll be ready when it's ready. Now, folks get super eager, super excited, want things right away. But what you end up with when you rush things is stuff doesn't work. You get upset, frustrated, things don't work. Then you get angry with the mod author because things don't work. But I think the biggest problem with today is folks don't remember what they don't remember, mail order. They don't remember what mail order really meant. And nowadays, you go to Amazon, you click order now, you click buy now, and even if you bought it tonight, you could have it at your doorstep tomorrow morning if you paid for it. Back in the day with real mail order, you had to mail your order form off with payment. It had to actually get somewhere. Someone had to actually open it, enter your order into a computer manually with fingers, and then maybe 6 weeks later you'd get whatever you ordered. Because they wouldn't ship anything to you until your check cleared. Because you didn't have credit cards. You didn't put a credit card number down. You sent a check off for everything. Or a cashier's check. Oh, look, we have 828 liters of grass left. Not anymore. Best gameplay feature of development controls. Best feature ever. Oh, the Sears catalog. That's another thing that our kids will never get to experience. Flipping through the Christmas catalog for weeks. Looking at all the things listed you've never seen before in your life. Writing stuff down. Reading through all the descriptions. Trying to figure out what you wanted to ask for. Then, of course, you had to have your list early enough for Santa to mail order off, right? Alright, guys, that is where we are going to finish it for the night. We'll be back here on Slovak Village on Wednesday. It all depends on how much I get done between now and then. If we'll have any of this field wrapped before then. And until next time, happy farming.